आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन माश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्य आश्चर्यवत् च एनम् अन्य शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्. Now this is an iconic verse from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, the analytical study of the soul. This is from the Sankhya Yoga, the second chapter, verse number 29. That some see the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidena. Some see soul as amazing. Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya. While others see the soul, while others describe the soul as amazing. Ascharya yat ascharyavat cha enam anya shinoti. While others hear of the soul as amazing, shrutva pyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. While others, even after hearing, they cannot get a clue about the soul. That is how Bhagavad Gita defines the soul, which is the driver of the body. We have all understood that we are not the body, we are the soul. Because when we ask someone, who are you? And if the person responds that he is John, or he is Ram, or he is Ramesh, we say, no, that is your name, that is not you. Your name could have been different. And when the person says, I'm an engineer or I'm a doctor, again we say, no, that is the profession you have, that is what you have studied, that is not you. Then it becomes very clear that the soul is different and the body is different. And the fact that we keep hearing that such and such person passed away, but his body is very much there. So what has passed away? What has gone out that has made the body lifeless? That the person is not having any movements. This is the knowledge about the soul, that the soul is that element which energizes the body. It is the part of God, the Supreme. And the soul is like a spark of the fire, which is God. A spark is the energy of God. Similarly, we are the living beings, Jiva Shakti. We are the energy of the Parashakti, the God. So, what happens to the soul when it leaves the body? We all know that it transmigrates and it takes up another body. So the soul lives behind the gross body, which is made up of the 5 elements: space, air, fire, earth and water. And the soul accompanies the subtle body and the causal body. The subtle body is the one which is comprising the senses, the mind, intellect, ego. And the causal body is the one which is the repository of the past karma. So along with the causal body and along with the subtle body, that means the sukshma śharīre and karan śharīre, the soul transmigrates and takes up another body, and the gross body is left behind, which is either burnt or buried or consigned to water. So Bhagavad Gita talks about this soul in great detail in chapter 2. It gives us the iconic verses: Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledyayantyāpo, na shoshyati marutaha. The weapons cannot shred the soul, the fire cannot burn the soul, the water cannot wet the soul, and the wind cannot dry the soul. It is eternal, it is not destructible. Further, Bhagavad Gita says, na jāyate, mriyate va kadāchin, nāyaṁ bhūtvā, bhavitā va na bhūyaḥ, ajoyam śhāśhvato, purāṇo, na hanyate hanyamāne śharīre. The soul cannot slay, The soul cannot be slain. So, this is the beautiful knowledge we get about our existence, our life, that we are the soul and not the body, and body is temporary, whereas the soul is eternal. Again, Bhagavad Gita says, vāsānsi jīrṇāni yathā vihāya navani grihanati naropārāni tatha vihāya śharīrāni jīrṇa nyañyati sanyati navani dehi. That a person discards his old clothes when the cloth becomes soiled, dirty, worn off. Similarly, the soul discards the old body, the body which has become functionless. The body has become worn out, diseased, and it takes up a new body. So, a very beautiful comparison about the transitoriness of the body, but the eternality of the soul is established. Further, Bhagavad Gita talks about the impermanence of the body through another verse, jātasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mitasya cha. So, the one which is born, the death is inevitable, and the rebirth is inevitable for the one who is dead. So much knowledge about the soul and the eternality of the soul and the impermanence of the body. So that is the theme for meditation, that we start recognizing that our true identity is our soul, which is a part of the divine, the super soul. And the comparison is like the ocean and the waves, like the fire and the spark. That is how the soul is intertwined with the divine. And that discovery, when we discover that the God is seated in our heart as Paramatma, the super soul, and the soul is a part of God. If we can understand that knowledge, then we are not fearful about losing the body, which is inevitable. And we are of the belief that the soul continues, the journey is eternal, and we can one day reach the highest, the state of bliss, by surrendering to the divine. And that is the essence of all the religions, that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So that is the theme, and as we started with the shloka, Ascharyavat kaschid, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidena, Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya. Some look at the soul as amazing, some describe it as amazing, some hear of the soul as amazing, and some, even after hearing, they don't get a clue about it. That's the theme for the meditation, and let us learn this technique until we meet again. Take care.